Hello! Today I'm going to show off 15 small Go problems. So they are, I would say, about 20k to 10k in level. It's always quite difficult to put a number on such things, but if you find them too easy, you can just try to solve them quickly, and if you find them too hard, just take your time with them. I'm gonna have a timer running, so you have 5 seconds for each problem. Before I show the solution, but if you need longer, just pause the video and take your time. So this first one here, this is just a little example. It's always going to be black to play and try to survive with these stones. In this case, this is the correct solution. Black has 2 eyes, and if black plays here, then black's eye space will be reduced to just 1 eye, so black is dead, so this is wrong. And if black were to play here, for instance, then in this case it will become a ko for the corner. So this is the wrong solution in this case, but there are some of the problems where a ko is the best that black can do, and of course then that is the correct solution. So okay, here we go, 5 seconds for each problem. So we're starting off easy. For this one, black has 1 secure eye in the corner and needs to make another eye in this area. And the only way to do so is with this move. And after this, black has 2 secure eyes and is alive. Here there are a couple of more choices. Black needs to make 2 eyes somewhere around here. But if black just starts with this one, then white can push in and take the vital point. And if black plays here, white is going to take the vital point and make sure that black just makes 1 big eye. So black needs to make sure to start with this vital point, and then black is completely alive. For this one, once again, if black tries to make the eye space as big as possible, that is going to fail because white gets this vital point. So instead, black should play here, and now it might look like these are false eyes, but since white can not play here directly, black is always going to be able to get this point, and with these 2 eyes, black is alive. For this one, same principle. If black just makes the eye space as big as possible, the issue is that white gets this point, after which there's not enough space to make 2 eyes. So black should start here, and then if white comes from the outside white, black lives inside like this. Black is alive, and if white tries to jump in, then black can take this eye outside. So this is completely alive. Yep. Now here there are 2 different ways to try to maximize the eye space, and we need to read to make sure to see which one works. If black tries this one, white is going to push in and throw in like this, and now black is dead because black can't capture here. This is a false eye, and if instead black connects, then black is dead. So the correct solution is this one, because when white pushes in and throws in here, black just connect, capture, and black has 2 eyes. Here, if you try this one, it looks like it might work, but unfortunately when white comes in here and pushes up, black can't block here, which would be needed to make 2 eyes, because black is in shortage of liberties. White can just capture. So the correct move here is actually this one, which makes a certain eye in the corner directly, and black will also get an eye around C1. So for instance like this, or maybe like this. Here, if black tries this one, white will Atari, and come inside, so black is dead. If black tries this one, then white is going to play here. If black plays on the inside, we have a similar throw-in shape as before, black is dead. If black tries to make the space as big as possible, then unfortunately white can come in like this, or like this, and black is dead. For this one, there are many quite reasonable moves to look at, so this is probably hard to solve in 5 seconds if you've never seen it before, but this is a very common shape, so it's useful to learn it. If black blocks like this, then we have this issue where black can't block here, so this is not working. If black plays here, this is just dead immediately. This is, we say, a bulky 5 shape, and b2 is the vital point. If black plays here, white is going to come in, and then here. And now this will actually become a ko. Black's best option at this point is to throw in here and start this ko. Black will need to make a threat and recapture, and whether black lives or dies depends on the ko threat situation, the rest of the board. At this point, if black plays away, white could start his ko, but even better, white can play here. And then it's a seki for now, but at the end of the game, white will be able to, when all ko threats are gone, or almost all ko threats are gone, white can play here, and then start this ko. And in this case, since white takes first, white can almost always win this ko, since white chooses when to start it and white takes first. So this is called a bent 4 in the corner, and is usually considered dead. So this is also not the correct solution. This is the correct solution. In this case, if white pushes in like this, black has 4 points here, and these 2 points are miyai. If this is the last possible endgame on the board, the correct endgame for white is to play here first, actually, because now when white plays here, black's only move is to play here, sorry, this one, because if black plays here, then when white plays here, black is dead. If black plays here, white plays here, black is dead, because black can play. So black has to play here, white plays this Atari, black has to capture to avoid a ko, and white can connect. And in this variation, black has 3 points in this corner. Black captured 1 stone here on b2. And this is compared to white just pushing in like this, in which case black has 4 points in the corner. So if white wants to take 1 extra point in gote, white can do so with this endgame sequence. But regardless, black is completely alive without ko. Here you're hopefully starting to recognize some of these shapes. For instance, black b1 here. We've seen this before. White can throw in, and this is dead. So black can't do that. Also this is just dead. So here the correct, and this one of course, same thing, just dead. So the correct solution here is for black to play b2. White's best resistance is to play b1. If black plays c1, white plays here. Black can't cut, and this is dead even without a ko. White doesn't have to win this ko, this is just a false eye and 1 real eye, so black is dead. So instead black should block here, and when white comes here, now we have this situation where if black tenukis, white can make this a bent 4 later, so black should throw in immediately and make this a ko for life. And that is the best that black can do in this situation. So here again, we can rule out this one. We know this is dead. If black tries this one, then white pushes in, and here, and the best black can do is this ko. So better for black is to take this vital point, and now black will be completely alive. There is no way for white to kill this. And again, some familiar shapes, hopefully by now. This one, we know already this leads to a ko after this sequence. So the question is, can black do better? If black plays here, we also have a ko, and white still takes the ko first. So these both lead to ko, but if black plays here, then these 2 points will always be black eyes, so black is alive. So here the correct solution is B1. Here we might try the same thing as in the last problem and say that okay, A1 and C1 are going to be my eyes. But the issue is that when white Ataris here, we have to save this eye at A1 here, and then white can come inside and we can't cut. So now this eye is gone, and if instead we protect that eye, then this eye is gone. So this move threatens both eyes at the same time, and thus black is dead. If black tries this one, then white can just Atari and come inside like this. Black plays something like this. This is just dead. This is just dead. So nothing is working. And this one also dead. So the best thing black has got here is to play this one and actually fight this ko. This is the best possible variation for black in this case. It's a ko which white takes first, so it's bad for black, but it's the best black can do. In this one, it might look tempting to take this vital point, but white is going to reduce this to a false eye, so that does not work. After this one, it looks like this is a ko, but actually in this case, black has enough liberties on the outside to squeeze like this. Connecting here would be suicide for white, so after white plays on the outside, black captures, black is alive. So it looks for a moment like this might be a ko, but since black can squeeze like this, it's alive. This one is similar to the last one, but if you try the same thing, you're gonna have a bad surprise, because at this point, if black tries to squeeze, white will just capture the outside stones. So there is one liberty too few on the outside, and in this case black will have to fight this ko. But actually black can do better. Black can play here as the first move. Now these 2 points are going to be black eyes. Okay, for this last problem, it looks like there's quite clear where black is going to get his eyes, but we need to make sure that both these points are real eyes. We need to watch this point here for this eye, and these 3 points here for this eye. Of course, if we just protect this one, then this eye is going to disappear. If we play something to protect this eye, we need to watch out for a move like this, which threatens both to falsify this eye. So if black plays here, then white plays here. This is a false eye. If black plays here, white starts this ko. So this is going to be a ko, and actually white can play this tsuri here to even get to take the ko first. So in the previous variation, if white plays here, at the very least black takes the ko first, so white will have to make the first ko threat. But if white starts here, black still has to capture this stone. There's no way to, if white saves it, black is just dead. So black has a capture, white goes here, black has to save this eye, and white takes the ko first. So this move, and also this move for the same reason, doesn't work, because white will throw in Atari and start his ko. So the correct solution for black is to take this point, which simultaneously makes sure that this will always be a real eye and this will always be a real eye. So white can push in, get response, and then in any permutation, these two will be black eyes. So that was the last problem. Hopefully you found those enjoyable and instructive. And thank you for watching.